Hey you guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little different. It's not going to be about me with makeup. It's not going to be about me ranting about different, well, maybe you can consider this ranting, but this is a story time. Okay, this is a story time about how your girl is haunted. I am haunted. Something follows me my entire life, and I just learned to cope with it, to live with it. Okay, shall we say? So I'm gonna give you a little backstory. If y'all wonder what I keep looking at my mirror to make sure your girl's still cute with it. Okay, so let me give you some backstory. So if you watch my questions part 2, then you probably already know I talked about a situation where when I was younger and I saw my dog running across the hallway when I came back home and it was dark and the dog was running across the hallway, and that just knocked my shoes off my feet because I was scared. Okay, not necessarily knocked my shoes off my feet, but your girl was scared. Okay. So we're gonna rewind. We're rewinding to when my mom was younger and she was pregnant with me at the age of 19. So at this point, my mom had a situation where every night at probably like 1 a.m. she would hear this thing come through the door. And you're probably like, girl, how she knew someone went to the door? So I know your grandma probably had it too. Everybody's grandma probably had it. Probably, I don't know. My grandma had these bells that she would have on her front door, and when somebody would come through, knock, whatever, you would hear the bells. You would hear the bells go off. Okay, the bells would go off every night at the same time, and it never failed. She said it would always come probably like around, I want to say 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. It was probably 12 or 1 a.m. Probably between those two. I have to ask her again, but yeah, so probably between 12 or 1 a.m. So every night something will come into her room and she will feel this presence, and she would sleep on her back because she's pregnant. Where else she gonna sleep? And she would feel something pushed down on her chest, like it was trying to suffocate her, and she couldn't move, she couldn't talk, she couldn't do anything. And she finally told this lady name was Miss S.A. God bless her soul. She was a really sweet lady, and she was very spiritually gifted. So the lady told her there was something that was following her, and someone that we know or don't know, whatever, tried to put a spell on her to harm me and my mom. And I wasn't even born, sis. Like, how you gonna try to hurt me? I'm not even born. But they were trying to hurt me and my mom while she was pregnant. And so because of this, I feel like this is probably part of the reason why I'm always seeing these things, and why it probably doesn't want to leave me or something like that. But the lady did do a prayer for my mom, and it did go away. She never had that problem with it coming in the room anymore. But for me, I've been seeing things since I was younger, and it's still to this day, it still happens. But I'm gonna go back to, let me see. So if you know me, and okay, first of all, I'm from home, Louisiana. If you're from Louisiana, you know this stuff is real. Voodoo is real. Freaking demons, spirits, all that stuff is real. Okay, don't even try to play like it's not, sis. It is real, and there are thousands of people who got their stories to tell you, and you might want to believe them because it's out there. So if you know me in real life, I jump at the slightest little thing. Okay, and I was never like this until this one particular moment. Okay, and that changed my life forever. So we were having a sleepover in my grandma's room, and I don't know why we used to always have sleepovers in the next person's room. Like, I don't know, we crazy like that. So my grandma and my little cousin, he was probably, I don't freaking know, he was a kid, a baby then. And was he the kid here? He was a kid here. So he was in the bed with my grandma, and me and my mom were on the floor sleeping on an air mattress. And before this point at the night, I was coming in. I don't know if I was coming in through the front door, or I was in the hallway. I was in the hallway, and I was facing the so you come through the front door, it's a long freaking hallway. It's a hallway, and then you look straight back to the apartment. We were staying in an apartment, And so my older cousin, his bedroom's all the way to the back, and my little cousin, which is my oldest cousin's son, he was playing with something. He was playing, and I noticed I saw like this sharp figure that was behind him. And I was like, hold up, I know you know other kids in here. So I went to go see what it was, since it was nothing. There was nothing in here. He was in the room by himself, but I kid you not, something was behind him, and I glanced and I saw it go in the room directly behind him, and when I went in there, it was nothing. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward to the night. So at this point, okay, so I wasn't asleep. I had my back facing my grandma and them while they were in the bed, and we were at the foot part. Okay, so they're laying straight this way, we're laying straight this way. So they're laying like this, we're laying like that. So something said turn around. So your girl turned around. Why did she turn around? She probably should have minded her business and kept her head straight. But no, what I do, I listened to that voice in my head and I turned around. When I tell you I did the hardest jump in my life, because I never imagined seeing something that close to me like I freaking did. I turn around and I see this tall, it was a figure of a man. I don't know who it could have been or what it was, but it was a figure of a man reaching over my grandma to touch my cousin, get my cousin, whatever it was trying to do. It was a whole man figure, and I jumped, and it was just like, imagine seeing something that close, pitch black, that close to you, that is like not even human. And you know for a fact there is no man, there is nothing else in the house that could possibly explain this. If you're one of those people who be like, oh, there's a scientific reason. No, I almost called you the B word. I'm trying not to curse, but you almost got called the B word. So it was really right there, and I jumped, and then it disappeared, right? And it is just like, okay, what you do now? What do you do next? It's gone, and you stuck. So ever since then, I jump at the slightest little thing. You can throw a mark on the other side of the room. I'm jumping. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm damaged. I don't know what to tell you, but I just know for a fact I'm getting up out of here. I'm not gonna stay and see what the heck that was. So that was one of the situations that happened to me. Okay. We're gonna keep going, because this is just something that happens, and I will not be talking about this no more. So this is gonna be the only video, because right now I am getting chills and I am freaking scared, and I'm home alone and I don't got time for it, girl. Okay, I don't got time. So let me finish so I can hear it get over with. So I'm gonna go to the point where I was staying in these apartments. So I'm not gonna say this apartment's name, because I'm not sure if I can get sued. The girl just trying to make a point, get a video, trying to get up there. I ain't trying to get sued before I even make it, okay? I'm not trying to get my video taken down before I can even make anything. So we're gonna call these apartments Lumberstone. If you're in Houston, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, then you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. So these apartments are called Lumberstone. And these apartments were very much built over a grave. And we didn't find this out till after this incident happened. Until we were hearing stories from other people. So my room is exactly across from my mom's room. And we were having another sleepover, because my grandma always slept at our house, or we slept at her house. It was always back and forth, because it was always us. So my grandma and my little cousin would sleep in the room with my grandma, and me and my mom would sleep in my room, because my mom had the bigger bed, so my grandma could really stretch out. But this time, I don't know why or how this even happened, but so my cat, if you want to know if you have something in your house, get you a pet. Your pet will let you know. Whether you want to believe it or not, your pet will start doing things you're trying to figure out, sis, why are you doing that, and how did you figure out how to do that? Even out to this day, my dog watches my bedroom door, and I know something's there, because, let me just finish. So I had this cat. His name was Fussy. So my cat used to get on my desk at the foot of my bed and scratch at the ceiling. So you know, Fussy being Fussy, but we know Fussy won't just be doing that for no reason. And like I said, I have a history of seeing things, so you know what it is. So he will always meow and always scratch at the ceiling at one spot. He would never go to any part of the house but one spot in my room. Not the living room, not my mom's room, not the bedroom, not even the freaking hallway, girl, but my room. So at this point, you know, like I said, you deal with it. You either deal with it or you don't. So I don't know how you're going to get away from it, but it's like, okay, you know. So one night, that night when my grandmother was sleeping over, I woke up and I saw this little girl standing in the front of me on the side of the bed, and the girl did not have any eyes. Mind you, I don't know if I probably watched something and I had a dream or whatever, but it was so realistic. I felt like that couldn't have been a dream. I woke up and I saw her standing there with no eyes. And I remember this girl perfectly because it was just like, that was just so... I don't think, at this point, I don't think I was really that scared. I don't know if I was really that scared until like later on when we get to that part of the story. But this part, I was just like, okay, I saw her, but I went to sleep. And I was able to go to sleep and I was sleeping sound. And I just told my mom what happened the next day. So now we're going to fast forward again. We're going to fast forward to when I got my first place, my own apartment. And I stayed these apartments, we won't say they call it the Bleepers. Okay, that's their name. Because I don't know if I can get sued or whatever for these apartments either. Because they were trash. Okay, I got a whole story time about that, but I'm gonna keep it cute, I'm gonna keep it cordial. So if y'all can tell, I can't even keep still. Like my legs are rocking back and forth. But so in this apartment, when you come through the front door, there's a long hallway, and then there's my bedroom. As soon as you come through the door, my bedroom is right here on the right. And then a little bit further is the bathroom on the right, and further down is the living room and the dining room and the kitchen. The kitchen was on the other side of the wall of the living room, so you can see the whole living room from the dining room. Whole living room, okay? You can see the hallway. I could see the hallway. So before it got to this point right here, I remember I would always see something in the living room, period. It was always something with that hallway. I always see something there, but it never tried to hurt me, never tried to harm me. I would just see it. So I didn't have a problem with it too much, but being that at the time my boyfriend was working overnight and I would always be at home at night, I would be kind of uneasy, but I won't say afraid. Wasn't too afraid of it, because I was kind of used to it at this point. But girl, I thought I was used to it. Okay, so when I got tired of seeing it, so I would pray, and after a few months it would come back, and I would pray again. After a few months it would come back, but when it would come back, I would notice it started getting worse and worse. It's just like, now you really finna feel how I feel when you try to get rid of me. That's felt like it tried to get revenge on me from trying to get it out of my life, or get it out of my apartment, get it out of my space. I felt like it got an attitude and was like, bitch, I'm gonna drag you by your wig, okay? You finna get this, okay? So at this point, I would fall asleep in my living room, right? So I would be watching some type of anime. So as you can see, your girl got on a Naruto hoodie. That is my shit. Okay, I did not say the S word. I said shit. Okay, I'm trying not to curse, but my nerve is getting bad because I'm getting afraid right now talking about this. I'm trying to hear it. So I would always fall asleep in my living room, and it didn't even have to be at night. That's when it got crazy. When it didn't have to be nighttime for something like this to happen. It would be even in the daytime. And I remember I would get this loud ringing, this loud noise, and it would sound like construction work happening in my living room. I'm just like, I know ain't nobody building no apartments next door. Like, what is going on? So it would be so loud, it would literally wake me up, and I would have the worst headache. It will go away, but it would be like the worst headache. It was like it was something in your ear, and it was not like, you know how you know it's something in your ear and it's just not like sound you're hearing out there. It was something, it felt like it was internally, or I would just hear something like directly in my ear, and it would be so loud to wake me up, and I'd have a huge headache. And I'll just get up and I just be like, okay. And I noticed it would only happen in the living room. So at this point, I stopped sleeping in the living room. I stopped falling asleep in there. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I would go to my room. And then I remember I started having these crazy nightmares. Like some of the worst nightmares I have ever experienced in my entire life. I would hear, so you know how I said when you come through the front door, there's my bedroom door and then there's the bathroom door. So when you go in the bathroom, there's also a door in the bathroom that leads to the bedroom. This apartment was built so stupid. Don't even ask me why it's built like that. It was built like that. So it was the bathroom door that led to the room. Keep in mind, I always kept a Bible in my room on the nightstand open. And I don't think I had a Bible in the living room yet. Excuse me, I had a hiccup or a bilge that won't come up. But anyways, so I would get these crazy nightmares. And it got to the point where I couldn't even tell if it was real or if it was fake, or if I'm just losing my mind, because I started getting very bad anxiety. I couldn't, y'all, like I want to cry because it's so crazy. I couldn't even sleep on my own anymore. I had to call my mom, and she would have to be on the phone with me and go to sleep, stay on the phone until I fall asleep. Like I wish she was right here so I could she'd be in the video, but she's not with me right now. She's in Louisiana. But I could not sleep. She had to stay on the phone with me for some nights. And it would get to the point like I would be tired at work. It was really affecting me mentally. And I remember I would hear the loudest bang on the bathroom door. No other door, but the bathroom door. And it would have made sense for it to be the bedroom door because it's more closer to the hallway, but it was the bathroom door. I would hear the loudest bang. Like I'm getting chills. It's so crazy. I don't like talking about this. But, oh God. So I would hear the loudest banging on the door. And it was just like somebody was trying to break in. And it was at the point where I feel like this is where I was trying to go to sleep and I was falling asleep a little bit. So I remember the light would be on. I had the hugest light on. Because, y'all, I cannot sleep in the dark. And I would never, I try to, but I have to have like 10 night lights on. I cannot sleep in the pitch black because I feel like I would then die of a heart attack. Okay, and so yeah, I keep watching my shower curtain because it just don't look right to me. It just looks like something back there, but whatever. Okay, so let me keep going. So I had the loudest, the banging on the door, and I remember like I would have a lot of problems with me waking up and can't move. Like I'm just stuck there, and I know scientifically that could be, you know, your body hasn't woken up yet. When you are waking up, sometimes it takes your body, your nerves to wake up. But y'all, I would literally be stuck for a little bit, and I was like, I used to have a problem with not breathing. Like I would stop breathing in my sleep, so I would think that's what was happening to me. So I used to get really scared. So imagine you sleep and you don't woke up, you cannot move or nothing, and it was just like, bro. That, like I said, that apartment, that whole experience really damaged me completely. So I would dang, I don't know if that's my dog making noise or not, but I would freaking I wouldn't be able to move. And so this one night I had this nightmare where I was having the same nightmare over and over and over, and I couldn't explain it. I couldn't understand what it was or what it meant or who was even in my nightmare. So it would be me laying in my bed in the pitch black dark, right? And it was this girl with wings, because it looked like a girl to me. I don't know why, but it just felt and looked like a girl, like it was a little girl. It would be a little girl with wings, and she was all black, but you can see the shape of her, and she would be in the top part of the window looking down at me. And I was just like, man, I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything, y'all. I couldn't do nothing. So it was just like, you don't know what to do. It's just like, is it you? Is it your mind? Are you going crazy? It's like you can't even explain it. And so I remember some days after that whole incident happened, and I was in the dining room doing some homework for my class, and I'm facing like you, right? I'm looking at you but I see it back. I see it right there on the side in the hallway. And like I said, I will always see something in the hallway. But this time, I couldn't deal with it anymore. I just couldn't. So it was there, and I would see this smoke just moving around, this black, I don't know, fog, smoke, whatever it was just moving around. It was just moving around, and when you look at it, it's not there. When you turn away, it was there. And I remember at first it wasn't there. It wasn't there the whole time. And then somehow it just appeared there, and it just didn't want to leave until you look at it. So as you turn back around, it's back and it's there. And I'm just like, okay, this is getting out of hand. This is getting crazy. So I called my mom and I called my grandma, and I said, can y'all pray with me, because this is not helping, because when I pray, it come right back. It come back in a few months. So excuse me, it was just there. And so we prayed. You know, I sat there, I walked through my house on the phone with my mom and grandma, and we prayed on the phone, and I didn't see it no more. Did not see it no more, okay? So that's how I knew it wasn't me just seeing things, or it's just my eyesight messing up. Because after we said the prayer, she's gone, or it's gone, or whatever. I don't know if it's even human, or if it was human, it's gone, okay? And then my mom's boyfriend's friend, our family member, I'm not sure, this lady, I'm not even lying, this lady was on the phone with me for a whole hour, but her prayer was worth it, girl. She was on the phone with me for a whole hour praying, and I was just like, yo, Jesus, yes, get this lady praying for me. And she was praying, and it's like, it helped. But like I said, a few months later, it came back, and every time it came back, it was worse. And like I said, I had to wipe my nose, sorry. So like every time it came back, it got worse. And at this point, it was like I came home, and mind you, I'm a night bird. I like to do everything at night. I like to do everything in the morning, but like sometimes, you know how you just want to do everything at night? I don't know, it's not hot. Houston is hot. You don't know whether to wear a tank top with some boots on, with a coat, with a freaking umbrella. You don't know what to put on, because Houston is so unpredictable, but it's always hot, but it can rain and be hot. So I like to do stuff at night. So I was working and doing home classes. So I would get done pretty late. So I would go to the gym probably like around, I want to say 12, maybe 12. Girl, it was late and I was outside the gym. So I remember I came home. Okay, I still had on my workout clothes. I remember exactly how I had on the black tank top, okay, with these workout leggings, and I had on these. Did I have on my gloves? Yeah, I had on these gloves. I think I had got these. Where did I get these gloves from? I don't know where they. Oh, I got these gloves from my grandma. That's where I got them from. And I had these gloves because at the time I was trying to lift weights and stuff. And I remember I came to the front door, put my little bag down, went to the kitchen to wash my hands. And immediately I felt this overwhelming presence, and I just cried. When I tell you, that was the most tears, the most crying I have ever did in I'm not saying a long time. Like, you know, it felt like you lost somebody, or like something really depressing happened. And you can't even explain it. I'm just literally, because I was not depressed. I was not going through nothing mentally. There was nothing that was very deep inside of me that just decided to come out. Like, I wasn't going through anything. I was doing perfectly fine. And then out of nowhere, you have this situation where you're in your kitchen down hard crying out of nowhere. Like, literally, I'm just washing my hand and just started crying. And I was so confused, and I felt the worst pain. I felt so sad, so weird, and I was like, this cannot be me. And so I soon as that was happening, I ran and got my Bible. I'm not sure if I had an anxiety attack because of what I was feeling or what was happening, but I ran and got my Bible so quick. When I tell you, so quick, girl, and I said the prayer, and I was immediately better. Immediately. Like, soon as I got to saying the prayer, it was just like, Okay, my face is wet. What happened? Like, you just popped into a new body and you don't know what happened, where you are, what time was it, girl, what year is it? You don't know what happened. I'm just like, dang, was that real? Did I really just cry like that? And I literally told everybody, I was like, y'all, I just had a whole mental breakdown that I don't even know about. Like, I don't even know how this could happen. And I know some people probably be like, girl, you probably had some pain. I did not. I'm telling you, I didn't. I'm not that type of person. And at that moment, I felt like I lost the closest person to my heart, and I could not understand who it was or what happened. It's just that it was just there. So I kind of felt like I absorbed the pain, or it was showing me the pain it was feeling, or whatever you want to say it was. I don't know. I don't freaking know. But that place, and that was just one of the worst experiences I've experienced in my life, and traumatizing. Like, till this day, like I said, make sure I keep 2 Bibles in my house, have one in my room, have one in the living room. It has to be there, because you never know what could happen. You know, I never know when I'm gonna see this thing in. Hold on. Sorry, my phone was telling me, sis, you on 20%. Hurry it up. But like I said, you never know when you're gonna see the thing. You never know what you're gonna do. And I just have to keep up the prayers. Like, if y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna put the prayer down in the description below. If you feel like that, I'm gonna leave this prayer for you. Say this prayer, sis. You're gonna be back. Because if you were seeing what I'm seeing, or you going through what I'm going through, ooh, that felt creepy without my foot touch. If you went through what I'm going through, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Because like I said, this stuff is not fake, y'all. If you are from Louisiana, you know. Voodoo is weird and it's real, and people are really sick in the head, will try to hurt you and they don't even know you yet. Like, sis, why? I'm not even walking yet. I'm not even breathing. I'm in the wound. Okay, why would you try to hurt me? Like, really? Okay, but yeah, that is it for this story time, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna ever talk about this again on my channel, because I feel so uneasy right now. It's not even, it's crazy. But yeah, I hope you all liked it. Let me know if y'all had any stories. Let me know in the comments section, or DM me. I'm probably gonna put my social media up on the freaking top, okay? And I just want you to know you're not alone, okay? I'm not saying like you're not alone, you have demons around you, no, girl. I'm not talking like that. Like, somebody around you is sharing, somebody in this world is going through what you're going through, and you can always talk to somebody, and always talk to God, or whoever you believe in, you know, because girl, it's some crazy things in this world. Okay, so like I said, I love y'all. I will see y'all later. My phone is on 20%. She's telling me you gotta hurry it up, so I will see you all next time. Bye.